Good morning from Ankara, Turkey. We are in the capital of Turkey. We spent yesterday here touring the sites, and today we are leaving, heading back to Istanbul. We only have one more day in Turkey, and then heading back home to the USA tomorrow. And so stick with us, and we'll show you the day. Erica's starting her day with a coffee and watching a Turkish TV show.
I'm not either watching.
Oh, what are you watching today?
YouTubing.
Oh, she's YouTubing something.
Something how to clean carpets.
Woo! Learning how to clean Turkish carpets. That's very exciting. I will say that Turkey's been great, but one of the things that I was most shocked about and kind of disappointed about is the amount of people that smoke here. It's definitely got to be close to 40%. And a lot of the hotels, when you go in, you can smell smoke in the lobby. The room that we stayed in last night in the city, in this capital of Turkey, was definitely a very smoky hotel room. Now, all the hotels haven't necessarily been like that, but there are people smoking everywhere. And you go into restaurants, they're smoking inside. So I guess that's the thing I was most disappointed about in our tour of Turkey. Otherwise, great place to visit. Definitely highly recommend. So before we get too far out of Ankara, if you have a comment about why so many people in Turkey and basically Europe in general smoke, let me know below. And also, Erica spent the whole morning Googling and YouTubing how to clean Turkish carpets. And so if you have any good recommendations for that, let us know below in the comments as well. We would definitely appreciate them. As you can see, we left Ankara when it was still dark out, but we saw a beautiful sunrise. And then once we got out of the city, the landscape and the scenery was just beautiful. But as we were driving across the Bolu Mountains, we encountered some unexpected snow. We definitely were not expecting to see snow in Turkey today. But then we stopped at a little rest area to get out and stretch our legs. All right, it is November 5th, and we are in Turkey. We are driving from Ankara, which is the capital of Istanbul, which is the capital of Turkey, to Istanbul. And we are passing through some mountains, and it is snowing. So this is the first snow of the year that I'm seeing here in Turkey. So crazy. This car here, the windshield is covered in snow. Just a little dusting right now, but it's enough to make you cold. It is just a little bit below 0 Celsius, so pretty chilly out here, but I think it's going to be a little bit warmer when we get to Istanbul. So snow. This epic road trip from Ankara to Istanbul covers approximately 450 kilometers, taking you through the heart of Turkey's stunning landscapes and vibrant cultures. We made it through the mountains now, and the weather is a lot better. The snow has stopped, and we stopped at this market, and it's a beautiful place. They also had a restaurant here, and this is where we're eating lunch. So if I'm being honest, that was probably my least favorite meal that I ate in Turkey. It was kind of like a cafeteria style where you just kind of pick the foods that you want, but it just wasn't very good. As you can see, we've arrived in Istanbul.
So this mosque is visible on top of the hill of the city. When you look from the European side, you can see this mosque. It's a new mosque. They built it. It's like not old.
What's the name?
Chamla Mosque. It's called Chamla Mosque.
So we're driving through the heart of Istanbul right now, and we are getting ready to set sail on a mesmerizing Bosphorus Cruise from Istanbul's Asian side to the European side. You're not sitting at the top?
Do I look like I'm going to sit at the top? No.
You look like a kind of a lady that wants to sit at the top. This iconic journey along the Bosphorus Strait, the waterway dividing Asia and Europe, offers unparalleled views of Istanbul's historic landmarks, opulent palaces, and vibrant waterfront. The Bosphorus is a 31-kilometer strait connecting the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara, and it is Istanbul's lifeblood, weaving together history, culture, and stunning scenery. One of the first things we pass is this palace. I can't pronounce the name, so I'll put it on the screen, but it was the summer residence for the sultans. We also pass by this beautiful mosque that's right along the waterfront, and then this military high school. This high school definitely has a beautiful view. There are also just a lot of beautiful mansions right along the waterfront, and these homes date back to the 17th or 18th century. They were initially the summer residences for the Ottoman elites. And these mansions are some of the most expensive real estate in all of Istanbul.
But there are houses there. You guys are asking 150, 160 million US dollars. But they're not sold. So somebody sold a house for 110 million. That is now the most expensive one.
And as we cruise by, we can just see how beautiful these mansions are and what a spectacular view they have. So up ahead, you'll see the Bosphorus Bridge. It is a 1.5 kilometer marble linking Asia and Europe. It is one of the 3 iconic bridges spanning the strait. The next thing we pass is Rumeli Fortress, and it looms large. This Ottoman fortress was built in 1451 and 1452 in preparation for the conquest of Constantinople. Its rugged towers are a sharp contrast to the modern boats bobbing nearby. The Bosphorus is one of the world's busiest maritime routes, with 48,000 to 51,000 ships passing through each year. That's about 130 vessels daily. These include oil tankers, cargo ships, and cruise liners, making it 3 times busier than the Suez Canal and 4 times busier than the Panama Canal. At its narrowest point, just 700 meters wide, the strait is a challenging passage, with swift currents and sharp turns requiring expert navigation. Yet it's a vital link connecting the Black Sea to the Mediterranean and the global markets. Why is the Bosphorus so important, you might ask? Well, it's a choke point for global trade. It carries over 3% of the world's oil supply, about 3 million barrels daily, mostly from Russia and the Caspian Sea. It also ships 25% of the world's wheat from the Black Sea ports in Russia, Ukraine, and Kazakhstan, feeding millions worldwide. Any disruption here could spike energy and food prices globally, making the strait a geopolitical hotspot. Turkey's control ensures free passage for commercial ships, but it regulates warships, balancing peace and power. We also passed some amazing hotels that were right along the Bosphorus Strait, and these places were beautiful. And when I checked the price for this one, it looks like it's about $830 US a night. But if you're looking for another luxury hotel, they also have the Mandarin Oriental, the Ritz-Carlton, the Peninsula, and the Four Seasons that are all located right along the Bosphorus. Right below that skyscraper that you can see in the background is Vodafone Park. It is home to one of Istanbul's football teams, or soccer teams like we say in America. And as we look back toward the Asian side, we can see Chamla Tower. It is the largest structure in Turkey. And as we look back toward the European side, you can see one of the hills that this city is built on. Actually, Istanbul is built on the legendary 7 hills. Just like Rome, Istanbul's historic core rises across 7 distinct peaks, shaping its breathtaking skyline and storied past. Well, our Bosphorus cruise is about to come to an end, and as soon as we go underneath this bridge, we're going to stop on the European side and get out. But our adventure doesn't end there, because we're going to the Grand Bazaar. If you've enjoyed this Bosphorus cruise, please smash that subscribe button and also give us a thumbs up. But now we've got to get off this boat because we're heading to the Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar is a vibrant maze of 4,000 shops bursting with spices, carpets, and treasures. Navigating its lively alleys, we soak in Istanbul's timeless energy, blending history and hustle in this iconic market. Alright, so we made it to the Grand Bazaar, the #1 attraction in Turkey, for Istanbul. The Grand Bazaar has been the beating heart of the city's commerce for over 5 centuries. Nestled on the European side's second hill, this sprawling market is one of the world's oldest and largest, drawing millions to its vibrant alleys. From dazzling jewelry to ancient traditions, the Grand Bazaar is Istanbul's soul in motion. So let's dive into the history, treasures, and hustle. Founded in 1461 by Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, the Grand Bazaar began as a hub for silk, spices, and gold after the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople. It grew into a global trade center, linking east and west along the Silk Road. Its 61 streets and 22 gates covered by vaulted ceilings were designed to protect merchants from weather and thieves. Today it spans 30,700 square meters and welcomes up to 400,000 visitors daily, from locals to 13 to 15 million tourists who visit Istanbul yearly. Commerce here is big business. The Grand Bazaar generates an estimated $5 to $10 million in transactions daily, with jewelry, carpets, and ceramics driving sales. Its 4,000 shops employ over 26,000 people, from artisans to tea runners. Beyond jewelry, you'll find hand-woven textiles, leather goods, and spices like saffron and sumac, all part of its UNESCO-recognized cultural heritage. The market's economy thrives on its reputation, with some shops operating in the same family for centuries, preserving Istanbul's mercantile legacy. Navigating the Grand Bazaar is definitely an adventure. Enter through one of the gates, grab a map, and dive into the chaos. Here's a pro tip: visit early to avoid crowds and bring cash. Turkish lira or dollars. If you have cash, you get better deals. And enjoy Turkish coffee at a historic cafe. And don't be shy to haggle. It's part of the fun. The bazaar's energy, with its mix of languages and cultures, reflects Istanbul's role as the crossroads for the world. But now it's time for us to leave the Grand Bazaar and head to our hotel. But on our way, we get a closer look at Vodafone Park. Okay, tonight we are staying at the Renaissance Bosphorus Hotel. Oh my word. We have a corner suite. It has a living room with this L-shaped couch, a nice TV. Look at the view. My goodness. You can see the Bosphorus, the bridge down there. I know we got a reflection there, but oh my, this is amazing. And then the view over here. We got the Movenpick Hotel up there, a little glary, but beautiful view. And Eric's taking a picture. Let's go see the bedroom and the bathroom. Wow. This is very, very sweet. Nice mirror there, hi. The bathroom. Oh, cool. It's got a tub. The sink. Also, a walk-in shower. Oh, very nice. Got the robe and the toilet there. My goodness, we're only here for one night and we don't even get to sleep the whole night. So we got to leave at 4 in the morning. But then we got this nice, awesome bedroom and 2 closets. Oh my word. And the view from the bedroom is spectacular as well. Wow. Wow. So nice. I think we're going to be spoiled this last night. So tonight we are having a nice farewell dinner in the hotel with our tour group. Here's some baklava that we ate, and we get some pictures with our tour guide dog. Well, we got up about 4:30 in the morning and it's 5:30 now, and we've just arrived at the airport. The Istanbul Airport was amazing. We got here a little early, so after we checked in, we kind of just walked around and explored the airport. They had a lot of shops and different places here. It was pretty early, so some of the things weren't quite opened yet, but if you wanted to shop and it was time and these things were open, this was definitely a place that you could go. But we decided to check out one of the lounges. We have the Capital One Venture X card, so we have priority pass, and so we can get into these lounges. And if you're interested in getting a Capital One Venture X card, I'll leave a link below, and you can get into these lounges too, and it makes your travel so much better. But it was time for us to leave Turkey now. It was bittersweet. We thoroughly enjoyed our time here, but it was time for us to get home. But before we made it all the way back to the United States, We had a little layover in London. So it's only November 6th, and London Heathrow Airport already has a Christmas tree up. I made it through security, but Erica, she did not. Her bag got flagged. There's a huge line, so it's going to be a while before her bag gets checked. It's the joys of traveling. Erica was so distraught and flustered about her security debacle that she walked right by this Starbucks and didn't get anything to eat or drink. I was shocked. We finally made it to our gate, and our next stop is Chicago O'Hare Airport. And that's a wrap for our unforgettable journey through Istanbul, Turkey. And if you love this adventure, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more travel adventures. And leave a comment below. We read each and every one of them. Until next time, keep exploring.